welcome to this week's Wax Pack Dad. Woo! More fun than drafting Tony Mandrich with the second overall pick. Didn't want Barry Sanders. Didn't need him. We wanted the incredible bulk. Well, this week, we've got a surprise. I said we were going to open up 82 Don Ross. I lied. We are going to open up these bad boys for draft day because it's draft day today. And the Packers, with the big G, are going to be drafting the next Devontae Adams, hopefully. I know we struck out, but last time we started opening up these holiday rack packs, we did two 1970 tops, and other than a Denny McLean, they were just junk. However, I couldn't resist. So I got a good deal. 1974 tops football. We've got a lot of good guys. And actually, if you are a fan of the 80s, you might recognize this guy, Fred Dryer. And you're wondering, how do I recognize him? Well, I believe he was in the TV show Hunter, as Hunter. At least that's what I think he was called. So with the 74s, there's not a ton of rookies, and it's kind of weird because the most valuable rookies in that set are not your quarterback running backs. It's punter Ray Guy, probably the first punter to make it into the Hall of Fame, maybe the only punter, with the Oakland Raiders, which in PSA 10 is over $5,000. John Hanna, one of the top offensive linemen of all time with the Pats. Also another, I think, $6,000 card. And then Ahmad Rashad and, Harold Carmichael of the Eagles, a receiver, who was just recently, I'm assuming by the Veterans Committee, but you have a lot of other folks. O.J. Simpson, Terry Bradshaw, Mean Joe Green, Staubach, Sanka, Stabler, Bob Greasy, Buck Buchanan. I'm probably missing a few of them. If I didn't mention Dick Butkus, I think it's one of his last years. Johnny Unitas as well, one of his last years as well. And so there's a lot of good cards. There's also a lot of crap. So we've been kind of hosed before. So we're going to open these things up. We're going to give away the great cards here. Even the commons have value of a couple dollars a piece. So let's get to it. Let's open these bad boys up and see what we've got. Cut them up, and you can see there's 12 cards each. We can see 6 of the 12, so 6 of them haven't seen the light of day since 1980 when they were repackaged. I opened the 49ers first because I do not like the 49ers. I don't know why, but they just continue to beat the Badgers, the Packers. So we got this guy, the All-American, Skip Vanderblunt. We've got kicker from the Colts, George Hunt, Bob Chandler, and Vivian Lee. All right, well, first one's a dud. Let's open up. We got Larry Schreiber here, whose mustache kind of looks like it's blowing in the breeze like his hair. So, gotta love that. Everybody kind of looks like they're either in Creedence Clearwater Revival or Three Dog Night. So there's a lot of discussion about these packs on whether they've been searched through again because they're not original wax pack, blah, blah, blah. And of course, I'll probably be proven an idiot on this, but it's draft day, so let's have some fun. Look at that. Eat your heart out, John Fogerty. Don, don't call me Pee Wee Herman. Raymond Chester. And one of the, I'll have to take a look at this. Look at that off center. It's almost cut off his afro into the next player here. So that's pretty crazy stuff. So let's open up another one. And we've got Mel Phillips, Carl Mock, John Gilliam, and Bob Kuxlowski. All right, we're going to keep going. We're going to hit the Giants. Maybe we're going to... All we got to do is get one hit today. John Mendenhall. I saw Ray, and I was kind of hoping it was Ray Guy, but it's David Ray. Barry Person. Rufus Mays. We've got another flowing mustache here. Pete Alphys. Another Carl Mock. Not that you can have enough Carl Mocks. Ken Furrow of the Falcons. And Jim Turner of the Broncos. So we're going to continue to go on here. So far, we haven't had one non-common hit. But the commons on these cards generally go at about $2 to $5 a piece, depending. Some of them are a little off center, but actually pretty good condition. I'm a little surprised because the 70 tops that we had opened up were not. I mean, they weren't in bad condition, but they were more of a PSA 6 or 7, and these might be a little bit more. Who knows? Tom Blanchard. Pat Hughes. Oh my goodness, another miscut. Dave Osborne. And Norm Balak. 2 packs down. 3 to go. We got a couple of these guys. I don't know if Steve Owens is any good or not, but we're going to open this guy up here. Steve Owens, running back for the Lions. Ron East. Mike Siani from the Raiders. Look at this guy from the Bears. He's probably better than what they currently have. Gary Huff. We got Skip Butler of the Oilers. Carl Garrett. Boy, there's some miscut cards. Bob Chandler again. And big Marv Montgomery. We're going to continue to move on here. Hopefully we'll get somebody. Wayne Mulligan. Bob Pollard. Vern Holland. And Packer legend Ron Whidbey. Okay. Tom Blanchard. I don't know how many punters you can pull legally from a set, but we're getting them. Greg Larson. Tom Funches. I don't know if that's related to the current Devin Funches. I guess we'll have to find out. And Speedy Ed Bell. I really don't know if he's speedy. He kind of looks speedy. Wide receiver. All right. Bears running back. Jim Harrison. John Fedsperall for the Saints. Bobby Douglas, another quarterback from the Bears. I'm going to have to look at this guy, see if he was any good. He had 5 touchdowns. And Dave Hampton of the Falcons. And we're on to almost our last one. We got another Lions. Steve Owens. Ron Smith. Rufus Mays. And Don Herman. And one more to go. It looks like an action shot here of Cedric Hardiman, defensive end. Ooh, another Vivian, not Vivian Lee. John Zook, the Falcons. Tom Graham, not even a Lyle Alzado in here. Steve Owens. John Mendenhall. Ron Smith. Toady Smith. And the last one we have is our 80s actor extraordinaire, Fred Dwyer, which this card I've seen go for a few dollars of minimum. All the way up to about $10 would be the Fred Dwyer card, who went from a productive NFL career to acting in Hollywood. Of course, this is not. I have no problem cutting the cards here. It's sticking. Well, I'm going to have to, advise anybody that's looking at picking up holiday rack packs, do not buy. Because they, out of 7 so far, have failed to really get a hit that wasn't on top. So, this would be as close as we'd get as a hit here. That's a cool card because he's an actor. I'm not sure if this is a rookie card or not. I'll have to look at this. Craig Morton, who played later on with Denver. Let's take a look here. It says the Cowboys' backup quarterback Craig came in the spotlight when Roger Staubach suffered an injury. Threw for 3 touchdowns, but he's already had 80, so he must have been in the league for a number of years. But another miscut card there. Charlie Taylor and Don McCauley. What a dud. Okay, I have to admit that I don't know everything there is to know about 1973 cards. I can certainly tell you the top 10 or 15 players out there, and of course Fred Dwyer from Hollywood fame, but I have to admit, I blew it. Charlie Taylor. We pulled that card. He is a Hall of Famer, certified gold, but he was the guy before Steve Largent for number of reception yards, and played in 2 Super Bowls, coached in a 3rd Super Bowl. If you look back to like the 91 season, he was coaching that team with Mark Rippon and those pretty good receivers like Monk, etc. So that's pretty cool. The other thing too is I want to look at these misprints. I was so kind of focused in on what we didn't pull, especially this Vern Winfield, because I've seen misprints go from anywhere from a couple bucks all the way to $15, $20. It's in good shape. So we'll probably give all of these away. So not too bad. I had to look through just to make sure there were a couple Hall of Famers there that I wasn't very knowledgeable on, and I have to admit that, but I couldn't resist. Like I said, I got a good deal for this. So overall, even though we didn't pull anything, and I would imagine whoever set this thing up didn't think misprints had any value, probably Charlie Taylor either. So I just want to kind of go over that and say, hey, we did pull a pretty darn good Hall of Famer. Certainly doesn't have the stats of today's wide receivers, but it was a different era where you could throw for 2,800 yards and 18 touchdowns and still be a, borderline Pro Bowl quarterback. So these are going to be the big ones we're going to give away. Sorry about blowing the whole Charlie Taylor thing. And I'm going to do a little bit more research on the Vern Winfield as well. So on the clock, we have everything that is left over, including the 2 miscuts. And I did do a little research, and that one miscut, same guy. So went for about $8 in ungraded condition. So pretty cool there. So we'll send out all the cards that we pulled today. Also want to thank new subscriber Matt D. So Matt, thank you for subscribing. We're at 74 subscribers. It'd be really cool if we could get to 75 next week. So if you know somebody, ask them. We really appreciate it. So nothing better than 25 common and miscut cards from the 70s. But like I said, those cards are still worth a couple bucks a piece. So let's see what we've got. Greg the Man. Wow. Talk about eating 4-leaf clovers for breakfast. That guy is lucky. So Greg the Man, we got some cards heading your way. And we'll load those up in the UPS truck and ship them down. And on the clock, trading down for Mr. Hunter, Hollywood's own Fred Dryer, in great condition, by the way, and Charlie Taylor, which is funny because Charlie's name is spelled wrong. So, and I found out too that he passed away about a month ago. Really good wide receiver, Hall of Famer. So, even though these packs weren't spectacular, I think that's pretty cool. So those two cards will be going to the grand prize winner. Always cool to have a Hall of Famer, really before the modern era, so to speak. So let's roll. Just as Erks. Yeah, and I got a Steve Largent for you too, buddy. So, fantastic. My favorite cheesecake place, even though I'm doing keto right now. So I'm going to have to sneak in there without eating one of their Lucky Charm cheesecakes or s'mores cheesecake or anything else like that, because I might just go into diabetic coma and just eat them all. So congratulations. I'll bring over those two cards and your Largent as well. Just want to thank everybody for joining us for another week. Please, if you've got friends or someone that you could push this out to, even on your Facebook page, that'd be really cool. I'd really appreciate it. Love to get to 75 subscribers by next week. And the other ask I have is, if you got parents that are around, still with you, give them a call, give them a hug if they're around and everything. They're not going to be here forever, so that's my only ask, other than try to get me another subscriber. And hope you guys all have a wonderful week. We're back to baseball cards next week. The challenge will be tonight. Will the Packers draft a wide receiver ever? We'll find out. So stay tuned, and everyone, God bless.